finally brings us to who started the relatively modern flat earth movement and how on God's oblate spheroid earth this movement is actually growing in an era where nearly all human knowledge is almost literally at everyone's fingertips. The genesis of the modern Flat Earth Society started in the mid-19th century thanks to one Samuel Rowbotham of London, England. Dropping out of school at the tender age of 9, Rowbotham would eventually become convinced, or at least claimed he was, that not only was the Earth flat, but that everything we see in the heavens is actually only a few thousand miles from the Earth, stars and all. While his ideas were absurd for an incredible number of reasons, even given the technology and scientific knowledge of his era, what Rowbotham had going for him was that he was reportedly incredibly quick on his feet in debates and an extremely charismatic speaker, able to twist the words of even the best academics. It didn't actually matter if he was right or not, only that he was better at convincing lay people than the academics he regularly debated, or at least good at creating reasonable doubt. As well as making a small fortune from public speaking, he also wrote various works, including a book aptly titled Earth, Not a Globe. Rowbotham ultimately created the Zetetic Society, which, besides advocating for a flat Earth, also advocated that only facts that one could prove true themselves could be accepted as true. While by the early 20th century, the society started had gradually faded into even more obscurity than it already was at its peak during Rowbotham's lifetime. In 1956, when mankind was on the verge of putting a satellite in orbit, Samuel Shenton of Dover in the UK came across the former works of the Universal Zetetic Society, the successor to Rowbotham's, and he was hooked. He then established the International Flat Earth Research Society, or IFERS. Pictures of the Earth were taken from space, clearly showing the planet's spherical nature. The man who strongly advocated trusting what you can see with your own eyes stated, "It's easy to see how a photograph like that could fool the untrained eye." When astronauts came back still believing the Earth wasn't flat, he went with the catch-all explanation for any conspiracy theory when no other suitable explanation can be thought up. He stated, "It's a deception of the public, and it isn't right."